Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Lagos Governor visits Synagogue Church as the state threatens to apply relevant laws, having discovered the collapsed building has no approval plan. Catholic bishops in Nigeria brainstorm on national security and the 2015 general elections. 4 months after the tragic blast in Abuja, victims of Nyanya bombing still groan in pain. And Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf sacks some serving ministers for leaving the country without permission. All our top stories and other programs can be found on our websites, channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. If you're on the move, please log on to m.channelstv.com to view us live on a mobile device. It's much easier when you download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. We also encourage you to interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos that you'd like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. The federal government, led by the Coordinator Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and a team from the Africa Development Bank are on a preliminary visit to Abia State to assess ongoing projects by the state government that may require assistance. Projects to be assessed include rural roads and gully erosions, amongst others. The gathering, led by the Finance Minister and Coordinator Minister of the Economy, consists of a team from the Presidency and Africa Development Bank with the sole aim of developing modalities to assist the state government to upgrade and rehabilitate some rural roads.
The federal government has said to the African Development Bank, after talking to His Excellency about what the remaining needs are for the state, that they are willing to come and work with us to work on issues of sanitation, how to help us to improve our environment, to work on rural roads, on some environmental aspects.
For the Abia State's governor, about 80 kilometers of urban roads in Aba metropolis would receive adequate attention once the funds are available.
We are doing a lot in Aba based on our resources. But you know, the state resources can never be enough. Even if you decide not to pay salaries, not to do any other thing, once you have your money, push it in Aba, you cannot solve the problem, except an external person comes to help us, external body like your body. So that's why we're particularly very, very happy that you have come now to see things for yourself and you are doing the survey so that you know areas where you come in and how you will come in, and how Abia State government will also partner with you.
We have decided to send a team for a rapid assessment of the need for the bank to be involved here in your state. And consistent with the discussion we had in Abuja, which was to look into one of our flagship projects we did in Nigeria, the Rural Access Mobility Project. It's been very successful. We've been selling this across the continent. As a result, we come with a keen eye in looking at your rural road to see what can we do.
For now, the completion of these projects within the stipulated time is of utmost priority, as both the state government and the Africa Development Bank are brainstorming to ensure quick release and effective use of the funds. It's been over 4 months since the twin explosions that killed scores of people in Nyanya, a satellite town in the Federal Capital Territory. Well, many of the victims are still nursing the injuries, but they say life must go on. However, they want the federal government to do more than just pay their hospital bills and help them rebuild their lives. Our correspondent Amaka Okafor revisits some of the victims of the explosion and also finds out how they're coping with life after.
This has become a way of life for Mr. Ibrahim Adams and his wife Esther, who have to depend on crutches or her husband's mites to get around. But before the April 14th bomb blast in Nyanya, a suburb in the Federal Capital Territory, Esther was a trader going about her business when the incident happened.
Upon that very day, I fried chips because I used to take the chips to Orozo. So children were now on holiday during that time, due to the preparation of Easter. So when I stay at home more than 1 week, I feel I get tired. So I said that let me fry the chips again and take it to Nyanya and see how the market will be. So that was my first day of going to Nyanya, and that was the day that this thing happened.
While many of the victims lost their lives, Esther sustained injuries on her legs and face. But miraculously, her daughter, Goodness, who was with her at the Nyanya bus terminal, escaped unharmed.
100% of my leg now is now 50 because I'm still learning how to walk. And the other leg, even the doctor said that the leg cannot bend again. So I did God hand.
But for Lushola Akoni, who also survived the incident, she sustained several degrees of burns from her head to toe.
Life. You know, carrying scar like this all over your body, life can never be the same. So I thank God that my life. And I'm coming, at least this is not how I was 3 months ago. And I believe with time I'll go back to normal. Because I can't even go out and stay indoors. I hardly go out. I don't go out except if I want to go to the hospital.
Life for the Adams and many other victims of the blast has taken a turn for the worse since the incident. Succor, however, came their way when management of the National Hospital handed over donations of about 5 million naira made to the victims by well-meaning Nigerians.
Some organizations visited and then made financial donations. And in keeping with the philosophy of this hospital, where transparency is the watchdog, we said we are going to invite the press to witness the disbursement of those funds.
While thanking Nigerians and indeed the government, which ensured that they had free medical care like Oliver Twist, they ask for more to enable them rebuild their lives.
We still call for the government to find what they can do. And the committee they have set to speed up the committee efforts, speed up their work, so we'll see action on paper. So at least most of us, we have all the issues that we did before, but we're not doing again. And bills are still piling. Of course, we are human beings. Yes, we didn't cause it ourselves. Not that it's caused by government. But as a government, the people government, in quotes, ours is for them to put action to work and call us.
They promise that they will do something. Even when our minister came to the Asokoro, he promised that they will see how they will do about this care. What we are begging government to help us about the issue.
Besides seeking government's intervention to help them carry on with their lives, these victims and many more Nigerians want the government to bring insurgency to a halt. Amaka Ukafo, Channels Television News.
Newly appointed commissioners of police have been reporting to their states of assignment to face the different challenges. In Delta State, Alkali Baba Usman succeeds Mr. Ikechukwu Aduba, who retired recently, while the new River State Commissioner of Police, Dan Bature, is taking over from Mr. Tunde Ogunshakin. On resumption of duty, Mr. Usman warned criminals to steer clear of Delta State, while Mr. Bature solicited the cooperation of the River State government to facilitate his assignment.
The guard of honor for newly arrived Delta State Commissioner of Police, Alkali Baba Usman. After inspecting the guard, the new CP heads to his office to attend to his first assignment, that of keeping Delta State crime-free.
My message to the people of Delta State is that we are here to work for them, but we need their cooperation. My doors are open for all sorts of cooperation, information, assistance in every form which the police can come into the area, we are ready to do it.
In neighboring River State, the outgoing commissioner, now Assistant Inspector General of Police, Tunde Ogunshaki, in a smart suit, leads his successor Dan Bature and his team on a courtesy visit to Governor Rotimi Amechi. The new Commissioner of Police seeks the cooperation his immediate predecessor enjoyed from the government in order to make his job less difficult.
It's a challenge that we have to sustain if we want to carry the state to the next level in terms of policing so that we ensure adequate security for Nigerians, for especially persons from River State, security regards their life and property.
About 20 commissioners of police were recently deployed to various states in the Federation, and it goes without saying that each will be faced with his own unique challenge.
When the News at 10 returns, was justice given in the case of Oscar Pistorius? We'll find out in just a moment. Please join us again.